While buying an electric car is still a dream for millions of people, Toyota has shocked everyone by announcing a new EV for just $13,000. Such a cheap electric car means that now EV will not be limited to the rich, but will reach the common people. But the real suspense is this. Will such a cheap EV really be able to give the same performance that big companies promise? Yes, the price at which people hardly buy a basic petrol car. Now an EV will be available for that much. The question arises, is this really possible? And if it is, then what will happen to companies like Tesla, BYD, Tata, which are still selling cars by making people spend lakhs of rupees? Toyota has launched this car in China. This is a setback not just for the car, but for the entire industry, because now the price war will start. The companies that were selling expensive EVs will now have to change their strategy. But the big question is also, that will such a cheap EV really give the performance and range that people want? Or is this just a marketing trick? Believe me, this car is not just a launch, but is going to change the face of the entire EV industry. How did Toyota do this, and what is the real game behind it? To know this, you must stay till the end of the video. How will this electric car shake the electric market? But before that, subscribe to the channel so that you can be the first to see such surprising videos. Whenever there is talk of reliable cars in the world, one name comes first: Toyota. This company does not just make cars, but writes the story of trust. Many decades ago, when other companies were focusing on design and speed, Toyota made quality and durability its first identity. This is why even today people say that if you want to buy a car to run for a long time, then there is nothing better than Toyota. Be it America, Europe, Asia, or India, Toyota cars are preferred everywhere due to their strength and reliability. This is the reason why the value of Toyota cars does not decrease even in the second-hand market, because people know that it can run for years without any major problem. Toyota's biggest strength has been its hybrid technology. When the whole world was dependent on petrol and diesel, Toyota launched Prius and showed that cars can run by combining petrol and electric power. Prius was not just a car, but it was a glimpse of the coming automobile future. This car proved that it is possible to save fuel and reduce pollution. After Prius, millions of people around the world started adopting Toyota's hybrid models, and this also gave the company leadership in green technology. Even today, Toyota has the largest range of hybrid cars, and its experience in this field is much more than any other company. Now the question arises, when Toyota brings electric car, why will people trust it more? The answer is simple. The world knows that Toyota never introduced incomplete or half-baked technology in the market. Whenever they bring a new technology, they test it for years before launching it. This is their strength. And when people hear that Toyota is bringing an EV for $13,000, they already have faith that it will not be a fraud. Toyota's image is such that if they are saying that a cheap EV will be launched, it means that it will really be durable, reliable, and a useful vehicle for the common man. Toyota's EV will be more convincing to the common man because the company always focuses on value for money. Their cars are neither unnecessarily expensive, nor are they full of useless features. They provide what people really need: reliable engine, low maintenance, good mileage, and long life. If the same thing is found in an electric car, then people will be ready to buy it without thinking. Many companies in the world are making EVs, but many people still cannot trust them completely. Sometimes the battery gets damaged quickly. Sometimes there is a problem of charging. Sometimes the price is so high that people get scared. But with the name of Toyota, this fear automatically reduces. People know that Toyota will bring such a car that fits in everyday life, and not just for show. This is the reason why Toyota's EV will be adopted more than other companies. The secret of such a low price. When it comes to electric cars, the biggest question is always the price. Even today, most EVs are so expensive that the common man cannot even think of buying it. But when Toyota launched its new electric car, Toyota bZ3X, at an initial price of just $13,000, the entire industry was shaken. And this is not a rumor. This car has been launched in the Chinese market. Now, the question arises in everyone's mind that how was Toyota able to make such a cheap EV, while other companies are selling much more expensive cars? Let's understand the secret of this. The first secret is local production. Toyota has manufactured this car in China, and here they have partnered with local companies like BYD. BYD is one of the largest battery and EV manufacturers in the world, and their technology and supply chain in China is very strong. Toyota has taken advantage of this. When the car is manufactured where it is to be sold, import taxes, shipping costs, and logistics expenses are all saved. This is the reason why the price of Toyota bZ3X could be kept very low in China compared to other countries. The second big reason is battery technology. The most expensive thing in an EV is the battery. While companies like Tesla use high-end batteries, Toyota has used BYD's Blade battery, LFP, lithium iron phosphate, technology in bZ3X. These batteries are not only cheaper, but are also considered safer. Yes, their energy density is a little less. That is, the range is not as long as that of nickel-based batteries, but they are perfect for everyday use. Most importantly, these batteries last longer and are cheaper, which brings down the total cost of the car. The third secret is supply chain and partnership. Toyota has got most of the parts supplied from Chinese companies. China is already ahead in the EV industry, and everything from batteries to electric motors is mass-produced there. Due to mass production, prices automatically come down. Toyota produced bZ3X by forming a joint venture with BYD and FAW, local Chinese company. This step brought down the manufacturing cost a lot. The fourth aspect is government support. The Chinese government has already been giving huge subsidies to promote EVs. Although these subsidies have reduced a bit in recent years, many incentives are still available at the local level. If we add cheap battery, local production, and government support, then the price of the car comes down even further. This is the reason why bZ3X could be available at such a low price. Now the question is whether this car will be available so cheap outside China. The answer is probably not, because as soon as this car comes to markets like America, Europe, or India, import tax, safety standards, and local regulations will increase its price. Yes, if Toyota starts local production there and works together with local companies, then the price can be controlled to a great extent. The purpose of Toyota bZ3X is not just to sell a car, but to show that EV can also be brought within the reach of the common man. This car launched in China has made it clear that if the right technology, local production, and supply chain are used, then EV does not have to be expensive. There are three big reasons behind such a low price of bZ3X: local production and partnership in China, BYD's cheap and safe Blade battery, and strong supply chain. Along with all this, government incentives also brought down the price further. This is Toyota's real strategy, which gave them the opportunity to make the world's first reliable EV that even common people can easily buy. The truth about battery and range: whenever a new electric car is launched, the first question that arises is, what will be its range? Because to be honest, before buying an EV, people think more about the battery and range than the price. If the car is cheap, but runs barely 150 to 200 kilometers after charging, then the customer gets scared. This is the reason why the biggest confusion about Toyota BZ3X is this. What will be the range of such a cheap EV, and what kind of battery is installed in it? Toyota has launched BZ3X in China, and this car has BYD's Blade battery, which is based on LFP, lithium iron phosphate technology. Now, the specialty of LFP batteries is that they are cheaper than other batteries like NMC, nickel manganese cobalt, and are also considered safer. These batteries do not heat up quickly and have a long life. This is the reason why they are used more in budget EVs. Toyota has installed the same battery in BZ3X so that the price of the car can be kept low and it can be affordable for common people. Now, talking about the range, the official figures show that the BZ3X can run for about 400 to 450 kilometers on a single full charge, according to CLTC testing in China. If it is measured on the international standard WLTP, then this range will be slightly less, around 350 to 380 kilometers. In real life, where there is air condition, traffic, and different road conditions, this car will give a reliable driving experience of up to 300 kilometers. Imagine if you are getting a range of 300 to 350 kilometers at such a low price, then it is a very attractive deal for the common people. The second important aspect of the battery is the charging time. DC fast charging support has been provided in the BZ3X. This means that this battery can be charged up to about 30 to 80% in 30 minutes. On the other hand, if you use normal AC charging, it will take 6 to 7 hours to fully charge. That is, if you leave it on the charger at night, the car will be ready in the morning. This pattern is exactly the same as the way people charge their mobile phones today. Now the question arises, how will the performance be in such a cheap battery? The reality is that the life of LFP batteries is longer than other batteries. Tesla has also started using LFP batteries in its entry-level models. Toyota has also chosen the same path. The advantage of this is that the user will not have to worry about changing the battery again and again. According to reports, BYD Blade battery can easily last for 3,000 to 5,000 charging cycles. This means that there will be no need to change the battery for 8 to 10 years. Some people also ask the question that, why did Toyota not install a solid-state battery in it? The answer is simple. Solid-state batteries are still in the research and initial testing stage. Their cost is very high and mass production is not yet possible. Toyota itself is working on solid-state batteries and plans to launch them in the market by 2027 to 2028. But for now, if we want to make such an affordable EV, then LFP batteries are the best option. Comparatively, NMC batteries offer a little more range, but they are expensive and there is a higher risk of safety. On the other hand, LFP batteries are known for their low cost, high safety, and long life. This is the reason why Toyota chose LFP in the BZ3X, and this makes their car affordable for the common man. So it is clear that the biggest attraction of the BZ3X is not just its price, but also its battery and range. Real-life range of 300 to 350 kilometers on a single charge and reliable Blade battery technology. These are the things that make it a practical car for the common man. Design and features. When it comes to a new electric car, people do not stop only at its price and battery, but also want to know what features will be available in it. After all, a car is not just a means of travel, but is also related to lifestyle and comfort. Now, talking about Toyota BZ3X, it is natural to raise the question that will such a cheap EV be just basic? Or will it also have those modern features which are considered necessary in today's cars? Let's reveal this secret. First of all, let's talk about the design. Toyota BZ3X has been given a very modern and sleek look. Its exterior has been designed in a futuristic style, so that this car not only looks budget-friendly, but also looks premium. It has sharp LED headlamps, aerodynamic body, and clean lines. Toyota has kept its design language according to its BZ, Beyond Zero series, which has been specially designed for EVs. That is, at first glance, this car looks like a modern electric vehicle, not an electric version of an old petrol car. Now comes the matter of interior and technology. Despite being such a cheap car, you get more than basic features in it. It has a large touchscreen infotainment system, which supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Features like digital instrument cluster, multifunction steering wheel, and automatic climate control are also present. That is, the driving experience is exactly as you would expect in a modern car. Apart from this, internet connectivity and basic smart features have also been included in it, so that the user can get a tech-friendly feeling. The interior has been specially designed keeping in mind comfort and space. It has good space for a family. Passengers have been given comfortable legroom and headroom in the rear seats as well. That is, this car is not only for first-time buyers, but is also family-friendly. Its boot space has also been kept decent, so that it can be easily used for daily use or short trips. Now, the most important thing, safety. Toyota has always focused on safety in its vehicles, and the same is seen in the BZ3X. It has basic safety features like ABS, EBD, multiple airbags, and stability control. Apart from this, some variants also have advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, which can include lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control. Getting these features in such an affordable EV is really amazing, and this is also the specialty of Toyota. Never compromise on reliability and safety. Now the question arises, is it designed specifically for first-time car buyers, or is it suitable for families as well? The truth is that Toyota has designed it keeping both types of customers in mind. On one hand, if someone is buying an EV for the first time, then this car is an affordable, easy, and reliable option for him. On the other hand, if someone wants a family-friendly car, then it has enough space, comfort, and safety features. That is, this car is not just an entry-level EV, but is also suitable for the use of the whole family. Impact on the global market. The impact of the launch of Toyota BZ3X $13,000 EV will not be limited to China only, but it will have a complete impact on the global market. Till date, companies like Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, Tata, and Mahindra were ruling different markets in the EV industry. Every company had brought its own price strategy and technology, but this move of Toyota is going to change the whole game. The reason is clear. Launching an EV at such a low price means that now every company will have to rethink the price and production strategy of their cars. First of all, let's talk about Tesla. Tesla has always been considered a premium EV brand, and their vehicles have been expensive. Even the cheapest model of Tesla is above $35,000. In such a situation, if Toyota offers an EV for $13,000, then there will be tremendous pressure on Tesla, especially in those countries where people are looking for affordable cars. Tesla may now be forced to reduce its prices or launch new models that can compete with Toyota's car. Talking about BYD, this company is the world's largest EV manufacturer, and its hold in China is very strong. BYD is already making affordable EVs, but Toyota launched an even cheaper model using their own technology, Blade battery. This can have a direct impact on BYD's sales. Yes, BYD's advantage is that it is a leader in battery manufacturing. But if Toyota offers a car at a lower price with the same technology, then BYD will also have to reduce its price. Now, let's come to Hyundai. Hyundai has launched premium EVs like the Ioniq series, and their prices are also high. Hyundai's strategy has been more on tech and design, but Toyota's entry-level EV shows that now not only technology but affordability is equally important in the market. Hyundai will also have to bring such models which come within the budget of common people. Talking about Indian companies, Tata and Mahindra will also be directly affected. Tata is the EV market leader in India today, especially with cars like Nexon EV and Tiago EV. Their prices are between 8 to 15 lakh rupees. But if Toyota launches BZ3X in India with local production in the future and keeps the price at 10 to 12 lakh, then both Tata and Mahindra will have to reduce the price of their models. Mahindra has not yet progressed that much in the EV market, but Tata will get direct competition from Toyota. Now the big question is whether this will start an EV price war or not. The answer is yes. This move by Toyota will force other companies to reduce the prices of their cars. Earlier EVs were considered luxury products, but now they are going to become mass-market products. As the price war increases, common people will benefit, as they will be able to get affordable and reliable EVs. But this will be a challenge for companies, as they will have to reduce profits and work on reducing production costs. Talking about the American market, companies like Tesla and Ford are big players in the EV industry there. But if Toyota brings such a cheap EV there, it will be a warning bell for Tesla. American customers have been fans of Tesla so far, but Toyota can easily attract the price-sensitive segment. In the European market, companies like Volkswagen, Renault, and Hyundai are selling EVs. The rate of EV adoption in Europe is fast, but EVs there are expensive. If Toyota launches models like BZ3X in Europe, then local companies there will also have to reduce the price. The Asian market, especially India and Southeast Asia, will be most affected by Toyota's affordable EV. In these countries, people still buy petrol and diesel cars because EVs are expensive. If Toyota launches the BZ3X in countries like India, Indonesia, Vietnam, with local production, then mass adoption of EVs will begin. Toyota BZ3X is not just a car, but it is a vehicle that will change the face of the global market. Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, Tata, and Mahindra, every company will have to change its strategy. EV price war will begin, and the customer will get more benefits. The balance of the EV industry will change everywhere: America, Europe, and Asia. The EV industry is at a turning point today, from where its face can change completely in the coming 5 to 10 years. Till now, electric cars were considered expensive technology, but when companies like Toyota have launched an EV for $13,000, it is clear that now the prices will go down further. As the technology advances and battery production takes place on a large scale, the prices of EVs will decrease. If today EVs are available for 10 to 15 lakhs, then in the future the same cars can also come up to 7 to 8 lakhs, meaning EVs will no longer be a luxury, but will become the vehicle of common people. Now the question is, will a $13,000 car really make EVs mainstream? The answer is yes. If a reliable company like Toyota is offering such a cheap EV and the battery range in it is also up to 300 to 350 kilometers, then this car will be adopted even in those countries where people were reluctant to buy EVs till now. EVs are already becoming popular in countries like China, but in America, Europe, and India, price is still a big barrier. As soon as companies like Toyota break this barrier, EVs will become mainstream, and every second or third customer will adopt it. This can change the entire business model of the auto industry. Till date, car companies have been earning from petrol-diesel cars and kept EVs in the premium segment. But in the coming times, when EVs will become cheaper and will become the choice of the common man, then companies will have to change their entire strategy. Earnings from service and maintenance will also decrease because EVs have fewer moving parts and they do not need frequent repairs. This means that companies will have to find a new revenue model, such as subscription service, battery swapping, software updates, and connected services. Now let's talk about the impact on oil companies and global politics. The arrival of cheap EVs means that the demand for petrol and diesel will fall rapidly. If millions of people adopt EVs, then the need for petrol pumps will decrease, and the economy of oil-selling countries like Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Gulf countries will be greatly affected. These countries have become rich by selling oil for years, but the EV revolution is a danger signal for them. Not just oil, but the politics of metals like lithium will also change. Minerals like lithium, cobalt, and nickel are required for EV batteries. Australia, Chile, and African countries have the largest number of these mines. As the production of electric vehicles increases, the importance of these countries will increase even more. In the coming times, battery material politics will start replacing oil politics. This change will also have a direct impact on governments. Governments around the world are already making policies to accelerate the EV transition. Investments on subsidies, tax credits, and charging infrastructure are increasing. With the arrival of cheap EVs from companies like Toyota, governments will also feel that it has now become easier to promote EVs. The result will be that the planning to gradually phase out petrol-diesel cars will accelerate. Europe has already announced a ban on ICE, internal combustion engine cars, by 2035. In the coming times, countries like America and India can also take such big decisions. But now the biggest question is, will the Toyota BZ3X really be as powerful as it is being said, or is it just a marketing trick? Because many times companies quote a low price in the beginning, but later the actual price turns out to be high due to variants and features. If this car is really available for $13,000 and has reliable range and performance, then it will prove to be a game-changer for the EV industry. If it becomes a hit, it will pose a big challenge for companies like Tesla. Tesla was leading the premium market till now, but never gave such a cheap model for the common people. BYD was also dominating in China till now, but Toyota's move shows that the EV industry will no longer be limited to the rich. So finally, the question to you. Do you think that this $13,000 EV from Toyota will really change the game of the world? Or is it just a noise that will calm down after a few years? Whatever the truth may be, it is certain that the EV industry will no longer follow the old path. Its entire face is going to change in the coming years.